go. And hey, welcome to the Nyxi Acolyte Talk Show. I'm your host, Austin Elsler, the Prime Minister of the Queendom of Nyx. How are you all doing tonight? It is basically 10 p.m. on the East Coast. I am sorry that I came on so late at night. Just to chat with you. How's everybody doing tonight? I hope everybody's doing great. So, I got a bunch of updates to talk about today. Let's see. Uh, I mentioned about getting a silver bar. Well, that costs money, and my money situation has, not that I'm broke, but it's, what is it? I have enough to get one now. Wow, is that loud? I have enough to get one now, but it's just the fact that I'm gonna wait for my next paycheck, so when I do get it, I don't have to worry about being low on money when I get it. So, because, bills and stuff that I do have. So, I'm gonna wait for my next paycheck, and then I should be set to get a silver bar. Wait, I'm so silly. Why did I say that? I don't need to wait on a paycheck. I'm using treasury money. I don't even know why I said that. Disregard all that. Anyways, so I have no excuse to not getting a silver bar. So, basically, yeah, I have not done it yet, so I apologize. So I am getting it though. That is a guaranteed thing. That is a guaranteed promise. I am getting a silver bar. At least one. I'm going to at least get one silver bar for us to have, show off, and use at least. So I am getting one. I was just busy all week. I haven't been able to get one. So haven't gotten a silver bar yet, but I will. I will get a silver bar. We need silver. We need silver. Another good update. Me and the royal family cleaned out our garage, and now we have room to do smelting. Yay! We're gonna go back into smelting more aluminum and more copper. Yes, turning those into our great reserve ingots. Hooray! Yes, we are so definitely doing that. I was also thinking of getting graphite ingots that are at least maybe a 5-10 pounder. So, like, because we have an abundance of aluminum, right? So, but I don't want them to be, like, all over the place. I figured if I can get, um, like a 5 pounder, maybe a 10 pounder graphite mold, we can start going ahead and melting down the aluminum bars we have now and pour them into, yeah, and pour them into, the smelter, in the 5 pound, 10 pound ingot mold and, have those kind of bars so we don't have an overabundance. I mean, we'll still have like a bunch of them anyway later down the road, but it will help us get ready for like if we actually have a good spot for them, we could actually put them somewhere. So I haven't gotten around to it yet. I'm looking at Amazon to look for a 5 pound graphite mold. Unless somebody here has some suggestions, they can offer us on how to make something that would make a 5 pound bar, or whatever. So yeah, so those are the things we're doing. Let's see, what's another thing? I have updated the website again. I don't know how to screen share. I still don't know how. I don't know how to screen share. So I apologize that I don't know how to screen share. That is partially my fault. Um, but it's just how it is. But I can tell you what I've done on the website. Because, I can. I just got off of it recently. So what I've done on the website was update the executive branch page, adding the rest of the offices, our Department of State, um, which on paper has not been made yet, um, but it's being unofficially made for the sake of, shrinking the amount of offices we have because we don't want to accidentally go that far again where we have an abundance of government offices and no one in it. So we don't accidentally do that again. So we have symbolic offices now. So we only have two departments. Okay. There's Department of State and Treasury. All we need. Inside those, in the Department of State, we have the Office of the Census Bureau that is functioning and active. And we have the National Constables Bureau that's functioning and active. We have an elected chief constable. And then the two other offices are symbolic, meaning they're inactive, but they will be active in the future once we grow. Which is Office of Violet Umbrella, and the other one is the Child Protection Service. So, and then let's see, what's the other one? Department of Treasury, and the Department of Treasury is the Department of Treasury, and the only other office in there that is semi-functioning, because that's actually an office I want to keep functioning, because I think we can actually work with that, assuming everything works out right now. And that's the National House Funding Agency. You know, the agency that helps Nyxi citizens get an actual house, which is easier said than done. So, yeah, so those are the things. And then let's see what else. And I don't know, if y'all have not seen the website at www.queendomofnyx.com, we have added a bunch of Nyx and Greek themes, Greek mythology themes, especially towards Nyx's family, into our website. So our website is filled with Nyx theme. So, you know, the colors, even the symbol of Nyx, you know, great pictures of some of like the Greek gods affiliated with Nyx, all that stuff. You know, yeah, it's all over the website. So yeah, y'all should go on the website to check that out. I think y'all will like it. I think y'all like it very much. So I was actually really proud of myself. It's like, all right, did I finish everything? No, I did not finish everything on the website. I still got to work on the three committees. Yeah. So everything else is done. I just got to work on 3 more pages that involves our legislative committees, Treasury oversight, the census oversight, and citizenship recruitment committees. You know, those are all National Assembly stuff that we got to add to the website, and then, you know, that part will be done. And then I got to make a public records page where there will be all the recorded sessions, assuming I can find them still. I mean, I'm sure you can find them on my YouTube channel or Nyx Delta Broadcast YouTube channel. Which I should put in the link in the description below. So y'all can look for them too and look up their channels. They haven't been active a lot. Nyx Delta Broadcast is affiliated with the Queendom of Nyx. It's meant to be a chartered. I'll say that. I'll use that word because both public and private channel. It is a chartered broadcast channel for the Queendom of Nyx, run by Bree McGuire, who is our currently our senator until the Privy Council gets repealed, and our current community outreach officer in the Office of the Census Bureau. So that is who she is. So yeah, no, look up her channel. She's got other channels too. So, you know, if you don't like listening to a bunch of Queendom of Nyx stuff, then go on her other channels. She's got plenty of them. One for Pokemon and the other for, or I think the other one is just for gaming actually, and the other one is for paranormal stuff. So we have a paranormal channel as well called the Mystic Detectives. So if y'all like that paranormal stuff, you can check that out too. I'll put in a link in the description to Mystic Detectives at least, and then I'll put down Bree's Nyx Delta Broadcast, and then you can find her there. Yeah. So let's see. What's another update that we did? The potato's growing. Good news. The potato is growing. Our one and only surviving potato is growing. You just gotta understand that it grows downward. So it hasn't decided to grow into a flower yet, but it grows downward because that's where the potatoes are gonna come out of. So, but like a plant, it takes time to grow. So you just gotta be patient. I can't wait. But with the garage cleaned up a little bit, we might actually be able to get more plants growing. We were planning to get raised beds in the backyard and use some of that ground that we have in the front that's like up against the house and whatever. We'll use that for growing crops too. So So yeah, hopefully we'll do that. Um, yeah, we plan on growing ginger, potatoes, garlic. Um, oh, actually, you know what? Here, I'll do better than announcing shit. I'll just show you something. I'll be right back. One thing I'll show you. I don't know if the mic will pick up my voice when I'm standing up, so I'm gonna tell you right here. I'm gonna show you that we have a scale to weigh the metals that we're smelting. So, and this is the scale right here. This is the scale. This thing right here. I don't know if y'all can see it. It's right here. This flat thing right here, that's the scale. So, and then, let's see. If I remember where I put them. Okay. I return. Okay, so I got a lot of things here, but I'm gonna show y'all what my coworker got me. He got me. He's growing habaneros. I don't know if y'all see that. Yeah, it's habanero. I know it looks like something else, but it's a habanero. You know, you eat it, you burn. So, yeah. So I got a habanero here. Um, and he gave me a lot. I have a total of like over 50 habaneros in that bag over there. That if we don't use at all, we might immediately plant them. So if anybody is listening right now, if you want to plant them yourself, if you're near me, um, I will get them to you so you can plant your own before they, start to rot on their own. Because that's what's gonna end up happening. They probably should have been refrigerated, but they haven't been refrigerated yet. So, all right. So let me show you the stuff that we're planning on growing. But first, let me start sharing. Yeah. So if you like what you're hearing and seeing right now, in the past, whoa, why did I have that on? I don't know why I had that on. I don't know why that was on. Okay, weird. But no, yeah. Why is that happening? Go away. I don't know what is up with my YouTube right now. Oh, here we go. Now it's working. That's weird. That was weird. I don't know what was happening with my YouTube. My YouTube was acting up for some reason. I don't know. I'm just trying to share my channel like I usually do. So give me 1 second. But no, in the link in the description, I'll actually probably work on that. I don't know if I no, I can't do it. I don't think I can do it live stream. I'll have to do it after stream, I think. So yeah, after I'm done live streaming, I'll put that in the description about Nyx Delta broadcast and the other stuff. I did put the Patreon link in there. Yes, actually, let's talk about Patreon really quick. That's actually the most important thing right now. Yeah. So, oops. If you like what you see, if you like what you hear, you want to put some money into it, but you don't want to go broke doing it. I don't know how you would, but if you don't want to go broke doing it, here's what I got for you. I have 2 tiers. We have the Chaos tier and the Limos tier. Yes, it is named after Nyx affiliated gods. So, yes, we have the Chaos tier and then Limos tier. Limos is the Greek god of famine and hunger. So I guess it would make sense. So why name it that? I named it that because we're hungry for money to help our community. If that makes any sense at all. So it's like I'm not gonna beg you for money, but we're hungry for it. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a begging. It's like we're hungry for money because our community needs it to grow. That's basically what. That's why I chose Lemos. I figured Lemos is the perfect Greek god to use for the name of that tier. Now let's talk about those two tiers. The Lemos tier. The Lemos tier, you can subscribe to that for only $1.50. I know some of y'all just had your all's just heads just exploded. No, I know it's cheap. $1.50. Matter of fact, my subscription is so low. Patreon is recommending me to increase it. That's how low my price is. So it's like I'll do something better. If you guys like me, not me like as a person, but like me in me. I mean, you can like me as a person. That'd be nice. But if you like me, you like my channel, you like to help the Queendom of Nyx community to be bigger, better, faster, and stronger, and prosperous, you would go to the Chaos tier. Okay, you can do the Lemos tier too. You're still helping in the Lemos tier. I'm just saying, if you're investing yourself into it, you like me that much and you invest yourself into it, subscribe to the Chaos tier for $7.40 a month. You do that, you will get a lot of things. Okay? Look, we will contact you and see if you want to become a citizen. Okay? You will be contacted, you'll be offered citizenship, you'll get a congratulatory certification for donating so much money to us because it's really appreciated. And obviously, as Patreon members, I will call you out as all my Patreon members. So now I can actually have not really a spot. Would that be considered sponsors? I'm new to this stuff, so I wouldn't know. But yes, I'll do what everybody else does. I will say your name and get your name out there on the Nyxi Acolyte Talk Show podcast. So I hope y'all like that. Yes. So there we go. Yes. So the Lemos tier, $1.50. The Chaos tier is $7.40 a month. All right. Now y'all know the price now. All right. Y'all know the price now. Very good. Now y'all know. Now I'm gonna, even though it's like 10 at night, I'm gonna share my channel everywhere. There we go. There we go. I think I shared it to enough people now. There we go. Alright, I'm satisfied. Alright, sorry about that. Anyway, let's continue. Where was I? Right, the seeds. What am I growing? What else am I growing? Alright, I haven't grown these yet. I'm just saying I'm going to show you all the seeds that we plan on growing. If not, I mean, actually, we probably can plant in the winter. Some of these will probably be able to plant in the winter. Alright, so, what we got here? I actually have a bundle here. And it's got, let's see, if I'm correct on the names, yes, Brandywine tomatoes, straight A cucumbers, toucan carrots, and triomphant de farci garden beans. So that's what these are. I don't know if y'all can see it. There we go. Let this camera focus. There we go. Yep. Now, I never had Brandywine, but because of the sole fact that they're actually not red, they're actually really pink, I'm biased. It's like, you know what? Underdog tomato, I'm gonna try it. So now these are not Brandywine, but they sure look like it. These are medium rare hybrid uh tomatoes. So I got these two. Um yeah, these are definitely summer based. Now I have grown these before. I've grown was this jalapeno early. It's not exactly these, but I have grown peppers before. So yeah, jalapeno early hot peppers. Definitely a summer planter. I have the double yield cucumbers. I think it's what they're called. Yes. Oh, that's right. Okay, I like how people came up with these. So you can look at the back of them, and it'll tell you, depending on where you're at, this is the date you should put in there, and tells you how many days to do this and that. I like that. So yes, cucumbers, double yield. So, but wait, there's more. There is a lot more actually. Actually, a lot more, and there's reasons for it. Some of y'all may say it's a waste of money. I say that you don't love us. Uh-huh. All right, so going by the Nyx theme, you know, and by the way, this will be these kind of seeds. Like if these are successful, these are available. I'm going to make these available to all the citizens. Okay, you got a front yard, backyard, and it looks ugly. You think it looks plain. I will hand you the seeds of these flowers. Okay, for you to grow them, get them, get them made, and then make a beautiful Nyx themed garden out of your yard. Okay, it would be beautiful, all that stuff, okay? And I would be happy to help you. Alright? I'd be happy to help you. And look, trial and errors. If it fails, I'll go and buy you a new one. Or we go buy a new one together. I don't care either way. We're doing this. So what we got? If I'm correct on what the name is, yes. These are Bachelor Buttons Azuleo? Azuleo? Well, I know that's Spanish, but it's Azuleo. I know what Azul is. I never heard of Azuleo, but okay. In Kentucky, which is where most of our population is, and that's where I live. In Kentucky, it says I can plant this March and July. Okay. So, got the bluebird. Uh-oh. Oh, what happened? Dude, don't tell me you lost live. It didn't end, did it? Did it end? No, it didn't. Okay, we're still good. It says we're still doing live. Okay. No, we're good. Okay. Sorry, I had to check because I literally just noticed that like YouTube had a issue for a second. But yeah, we have a bluebird get me nots. All right. You know what's ironic? I dropped something. You know what's ironic? When I was younger. Now I'm a Louisville Cardinals fan. Still am. I haven't watched any of the. I haven't watched sports in a long time, but I'm still a Cardinals fan regardless. And I used to hate the color blue with a burning passion. Burning passion. All because of the Kentucky Wildcats from the University of Kentucky. So it's literally because of that team. Like, because we've been rivals for years, and we're you know. Always fighting over the Governor's Cup, you know, and then as time progressed, you know, Louisville likes to shoot lead, and then people in Lexington like to burn couches. So, um, and actually, I think they did their own traditional burning couches this year because I think they won like over a game that wasn't supposed to be won or whatever. But anyway, no, I used to hate the color blue, and now I'm all over the color blue. Ain't that ironic? Another flower. We get another flower. It's called the balloon flower, and it's blue. And I like the design of the flower, so I like that. Another one. Morning Glory Flying Saucers. We'll be growing those too. And don't worry, it's not just flowers. Although a garden and having beauty does make the nation look appealing. Now, what we got here? I had the Black Moon Hybrid Eggplants. So we're planning on growing eggplants. I have the Early Golden Bantam Sweet Corn. I have the Brandywine Tomatoes. The Crimson Sweet Watermelons. Yes. Oh, and we are also growing pumpkins too. Inside this paper towel is a bunch of pumpkin seeds that we got from the place we were getting pumpkins from. So we plan on growing some pumpkins too. And those are the normal ones. They're all the orange ones. Assumably. I mean, we did have like 2 hybrids that were with us, so we might have a hybrid or 2. So, not just crops, herbs too, and spices. We have cilantro. Let's see, we have peppermint. I'm a big fan of that. Parsley. And I'm growing those. All right, we're definitely a summer state when it comes to growing stuff. Sage. I hope y'all can see that. Yep, sage. Um, what else we doing? Rosemary. Ah, yes, and I chose these. I chose these on purpose because I wanted to. Well, these were actually the only ones they had at the place I went to get these. But you know, since I got the pumpkin seeds over here, we're growing those, but we're also growing these pumpkins. They're called Caspers, the white pumpkins. Basil. Yep, we're growing basil too. Oh, looks like I got another pack of Morning Glories. I didn't think I did, but okay. Oh, I got another Morning Glory. Oh, the Heavenly Blue kind. So this is the Heavenly Blue one. And then finally, the Munstead Lavender. I don't know if y'all can see that. There you go. Munstead Lavender. So, yay! So there you go. Those are all of the plants that we are planning to grow. And I have over there on my shelf, I currently have 3 potatoes sprouting out right now. And my room, knowing that it has no window, it's perfectly pitch black, and it's usually dry, it's going to make them grow a little bit more. So, and the queen told me to hold on to those until they sprout what I call arms. Um, so you know they'll grow from little eyes, and then they'll grow bigger roots, right? I call those arms. So, and those arms grow roots out of them. That's where the roots come from, is from those arms. So I'm just gonna wait till they sprout out first, and then I'll go ahead and plant them on the same pot that the first one's growing in. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, that's what we got so far. Hope y'all like that and enjoy that. Alright, what else is on the thing today? Oh yeah, the Prusicobus. What is that, Austin? Okay, so I have been fascinated all my life about the Teutonic Knights. For me to explain to you what I'm gonna talk to you about, I have to go back in time and tell you a story. So, Back then, I was younger. I'm still a history nerd to this day. I was fascinated about the Teutonic Knights. I don't know if it's because of their simplicity of black and white, or they were just knights that look cool because they're the ones with the helmets with angel wings. I don't know. There was something about them that fascinated me. And then, and obviously there's this nation called Prussia, not Russia, Prussia with a P. Um, and Prussia is where modern day Germany came to be, honestly. I mean, modern day Germany came from Prussia. So, if it wasn't for Prussia, Germany might not have been what it is today, or what it became later today. Um, so, and I actually like the black and white colors, with the eagle and all that stuff. That was Prussia then. But no, that's what the Teutonic Knights ended up making later in the future. That was their legacy after the Northern Crusades of wiping out the old Prussians, because apparently there were old Prussians. So I had to look up the old Prussians, and turned out they were tribal. They were Baltic, yeah, Baltic tribe people. Um, I guess I wouldn't say barbarians, but the typical primitive people. You got little wooden forts, axes, shields. According to the stories, not that it's all believable, but according to the stories, kidnapping women and making more babies, having more kings or chiefs and all that stuff. Then the Teutonic Knights come in and, Germanize them, Christianize them, all that good stuff. They fought and the old Prussians fought a very valiant war against the Teutonic Knights and Poland and Lithuania. So it's crazy. And it's crazy how people don't even know about it. People know, look, I'm going to tell you, everybody knows how Sweden and Norway are made. Everybody knows how Russia's made. Everybody knows how the rest of Europe is made. Everybody knows how the UK is made, how France is made. No one knows about how Lithuania, Poland, um, even Latvia, Estonia, and what's the other one? I know there's more than that, or I could be wrong. No, I'm right. Yeah, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Poland. Um, yeah, no one knows about like what happened in those countries back then, right? Because you understand, like, why in Nazi Germany Adolf Hitler wanted Danzig back? Because that was part of Germany back then. That's why. Um, I mean, he's an evil guy, but going after Danzig to bring the what used to be German territory back, that's an understandable argument there. But um, but no, that area used to be part of Germany because that area is what connected Germanized Prussia with the rest of Germany. So, but without it, obviously Prussia is now disconnected. Prussia doesn't no longer exist. Prussia um became a province of Germany at one point, and now it's no longer a thing at all. Like the word Prussia is like no longer used anywhere in Germany, as far as I'm aware. Um, but its legacy lives on, barely, but it's living on. In Kaliningrad, which is that little enclave that belongs to Russia that is within Europe, between Poland and Lithuania and Latvia. So, yep, so that's where Prussia used to be, but that's also the area where most of the old Prussian population used to be, stretching from Kaliningrad down to northwest Poland, um, which is a lot of land to cover. Those were all old Prussian lands, and it's really interesting. So I've done my research on them, checked them out, and I had ancestors. Well, actually, not really. I mean, I'll call him an ancestor, but it's not really an ancestor. I mean, I have. It's more of a what is it, fifth? Yeah, it'd be the fifth great-grandparent. Like, that's not even an ancestor. My fifth great-grandparent, I think. Hold on. Okay, third great-grandpa. Third great-grandpa. Even better. My third great-grandfather is the one that immigrated to America from, you guessed it, Prussia. Yep, he immigrated to Prussia. Actually, no, I take that back. He immigrated to America he was born in Prussia, specifically Silesia, which where a lot of battles occurred between Prussia and Austria. And Silesia did have old Prussian populations there and there during, the times of migrations. So I could have an ancestry in the old Prussians. So I started looking at the old Prussians and noticed that they had their own language and is being preserved in writing. No one out there in existence right now is speaking it. Um, but apparently it turns out there is a thing going around. There's a thing going around that Baltic Prussia is a thing that's being founded now. I don't know if it's an independence movement or maybe it's just a cultural movement to, bring back the language or the culture or something like that, which will be hard in Kaliningrad, but maybe around Kaliningrad, areas that border it, maybe they'll do that. Maybe they'll be better, but we'll see. But no, so I looked those up and, discovered the language and I was sad that it is, it's a dead language. I mean, but it's kind of obvious, right? So it's like, oh, well, you know what? I have Prussian ancestry. I have a very high potential of an old Prussian ancestry. And I figured, you know what? I looked into it. I'm going to bring the language back. Yep, I'm going to bring it back to life. Speaking it, writing it, using it, I'm going to bring it back. So I decided to do that. It is a personal interest, I'll admit. But if I bring it back, I'm hoping that it will help people in the Baltics. I'm hoping it will help people in the world, But it don't. But I'm doing this as a personal interest. What I'm doing right now, I'm enjoying it. So so I began that project on creating a brand new language. So technically what I'm doing is resurrecting. I will go with that word. I am either is it resurrecting or reincarnating? Reincarnating sounds about right. I am reincarnating a dead language. Because since it's no longer spoken, I have to make the phonetic words for it. So that means I got to come up with how you pronounce the words, right? That includes the ones that are written. So, so how do I do this? So obviously, I'm looking up the Old Prussian Dictionary, which is all of the Old Prussian words that were saved, that were reserved or preserved, right? So I look them all up, get all those written down, right? Everything in that dictionary in Old Prussian language is the second, needs to be, if not the first, the second most dominant language in the new language. Okay. So, and the Old Prussian Dictionary is actually not as big as you think. It's big, A through Z and everything, but it's not as big as you think. So, and um, I went with it. All right. So as I go down the Old Prussian Dictionary, I'm looking up all the words, all that stuff, right? Um, but then when I finished the Old Prussian dictionary, or I'm pretty sure I did, um, some words that were in the dictionary, some of them were the website I was using to look up the Old Prussian dictionary is a little interesting. I'm confirmed it so far that it is Old Prussian language, but some of it's weird because it'll give me 2 options, 3 options, or no options at all. So if it had no options at all, or if it's biased, or if it's by a non-recommended source or whatever on the website, then I turn it into a Prusakavas. That is the name of the language I decided to call it, Prusakavas, which simply means Prussian speak. That's literally all it means. Prussian speak. Yep. All in one word. Prussian speak. Prussian speak. So, but no, it's meant to be 2 words, but I combine it into one because I don't care. So, yeah, Prussian speak. That is what it is. But I call it Prusakavas. Or Prusakabis. There we go. Everybody, that sounds cooler. Prusakabis. Right? So, but yeah, Prusakabis is the new language I'm making. So, and now look, and I have decided this for a reason. If you're making a new language, but it's basing off an old dead language, you should look up where that language came from originally, right? So that's what I've done. I've done my research. So obviously, when it comes to this specific language, and I've actually, after doing research in Greek mythology theme and whatever, I might have to go back as far as using the Greek language. Yeah, I might have to go. I might have to go that far back to using the Greek language, but we'll see. Maybe I won't go that far, but we'll see. It's actually quite interesting. I might actually do that. So let's see. Right. So I'm making this language. Now I gotta decide the writing style for it. Now look, I'm picky. Okay, we're already writing in the Latin style writing system. Okay, I want something different. Okay, not just something that would make it, um, readable and writable and all that stuff, but something make it unique and cool. Something that people would want to write and speak it, right? So, personally, well, okay, so the first decision was decided was the Cyrillic writing system, which is basically the writing system used by Russia, Belarus, Mongolia, all them. That's Cyrillic. So, a lot of those letters. And it was good at first. I actually enjoyed using the letters and everything, but it didn't give me that feeling. It didn't give me the feeling that I would usually get if I like it. And it's ironic too, because back then I used to like the Russian letters, and now I don't necessarily like the Cyrillic letters. So, the writing system I personally like is actually the Bengali script. I like to write in Bangladeshi. That's the writing system I like to write in. I don't know why. As far as I'm aware, the reason why is because you just draw a straight line, and then there's, you know, other lines that you just draw in there. So I'm like, oh, okay, I like that. I like that. Oh, and then depending on what word it is, that straight line goes on forever. So as soon as you have that straight, as long as you have that straight line, you can write any letter on there you want. So, which is actually quite interesting. But what's interesting is that the Bengali script has nothing to do with any of the geographical areas of Old Prussia. Because what I'm also doing is that not only there's going to be Old Prussian in that new in Prusakabis, it's obviously the new Prusakabis words that I have to come up with. I literally make it up. Okay, I'm looking at a word. How would I pronounce it in this language? Like for example, let's go with an abbey, not a person abbey, a place of worship, a Christian place, right? A monastery. So what I called an abbey, I call it Eobi. Okay, simple and not much change in the but the phonetic, whatever the word is, the phonetic. Okay, nothing's changed in the phonetics of it, right? So just it's just EOB. It's like, all right, bet. So obviously I've done it in Cyrillic, but now I've updated it to Bengali script. So I made a Bengali script version of EOB, which is in English and in Latin form is Abbey. How you spell is Abbey. Um, Now, obviously, when you're using letters from another writing system, you have to understand that every writing system has its own alphabet. So every letter has its own pronunciation. So I have to understand that. So I have to, since I switched from Cyrillic to Bengali script, especially late in the game, I had to switch the first letter of EOB up to another letter that associates with the Bengali script letter. So, since it's pronounced EOB, obviously at this point, I would look for the letter E, or something that goes with the letter E, or something that pronounces in a way of E. So, because if you looked at it in the Latin writing system, it would look like it looked like it'll say Joby, because the letter J in the Cyrillic writing is pronounced E. So, and that's where the EOB comes from. So when you look at it in Latin, it'll say Joby, but it's actually pronounced EOB because that's not what the J is. So, oh, and good news, the suffixes of the old Prussian language has been preserved as well. So now I have the female, male, and neutral suffixes for old Prussian words that I can adapt to the prosopagmos words. So that's a good thing too. Always, those are always important. So, and because of specific Bengali letters, I might also have prefixes as well, which is a good thing. So that'd be a good sign to have. But yes, I have switched from Cyrillic to Bengali script. Another language that I'm adapting with it. So it's not just Old Prussian and prosopagmos words. I'm also adding in Lithuanian, Polish, and I'm pretty sure there's only 3. I could probably look it up, assuming OBS doesn't collapse on me first. Let me go look that up real quick. It should be really quick. Okay, here we go. Okay, yeah. Lithuanian, Polish, Latvian, and Belarusian. Those are the 4 languages that has everything to do with the old Prussians back then. Those are 4 languages that has everything to do with the old Prussians back then that I'm going to adapt into the prosopagmos language. So how do I put the words in there? Right. So I have a randomizing wheel app, so I just spin the wheel and whatever it lands on will land on the writing, whatever. But since I'm biased and I am creating a new language, so I should put new words in there from the prosopagmos category. In that wheel, obviously, I made prosopagmos bigger than the other slots, but I still want to have the slots, just in case, if I get a Belarusian word and all that stuff, cool. Now, some people might think, why do you have Belarusian language in there? I'll tell you why. Because it turns out the old Prussians did not originate in northwest Poland, Kaliningrad, and Lithuania, and those places. Yeah, turns out they were from Belarus. They were from central Belarus, actually, originally, until the Slavs, the Slavics, came in and drove them out. Funny how that works. So, I've discovered that, and because of that connection, I'm going to automatically assume that there's intermingling, there was war, there was unfortunate, unconsenting things that occurred when there's war. I'll go with that. Um, so babies were made, they were intermingled, and they're mixed, so there you go. So it's like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And I'm sure some old Prussians assimilated with the Belarusians, or the Belarus, right? So, yeah. So there you go. They assimilated with the Slavics and whatever, and so, and they adopted the Cyrillic writing system, and there you go. So it's like, oh, okay, so that's the original reason why I was using the Cyrillic writing system. Because it actually had a historical connection to it. But, again, this was a personal hobby, not or a personal project, really, not a hobby, a project. Um, and I wanted to get second opinions on what writing system I should go with, other than the Latin writing system. Because again, I want to make it unique, right? And I didn't tell everybody what I personally wanted, but I gave people options. Again, I wanted a second opinion from other Nyxi citizens. Because, talk to your community about it if you can't figure it out. So, talk to my community. The people that I talked to said I should go with the Cyrillic one. So I went with it. It looked good. It looked good and everything. And what is it? About a week or two later, I I fell out of it. I didn't want it, and I'm still doing the Prosopagos language. It's the Cyrillic writing system that I'm no longer into. I can't seem to stay with the Cyrillic writing system anymore. I can't. I don't know what it is. Not that I hate it, but I just don't feel passionate about that writing system. So I don't know what it is. So, and to some people might say if it's for political reasons, because oh, it's because you hate Russia. It's like, well, no, because Ukraine used Cyrillic letters too. So if I'm hating on the Cyrillic letters, if you're gonna think that politically, then I will be hating both Russia and Ukraine. They both use the Cyrillic writing system. So no, it's not. It has nothing to do with politics. Um, because if you think about it, the people that gave me the opinions chose Cyrillic writing. They chose the Russian letters. So that kind of tells you something. So, but no, because it looks cool. I mean, I'm not gonna say it doesn't look cool. The Cyrillic writing letters are actually quite awesome. Matter of fact, I've um personally used specific letters such as the letter J, which is pronounced E. There's the letter D that looks like a disfigured A, and the letter is pronounced like J. I think it's pronounced J, right? And it's like a cross with diagonal tentacles, if that makes sense. So, and that's my favorite letter out of the whole Cyrillic writing system. Favorite letter, cause it just looks cool. I like it. So, and then there's like the oval O with a line going through it. I like that too. But no, I fell out of that one, and I went back. So I immediately decided to go with the Bengali script because I wanted to write in Bangladeshi. So that's what I'm doing. Now I'm not putting the Bangladeshi language into the Prosopagos, just the writing system, which means the alphabet. So, um, which also means I'm going to have to adopt the letters, but I'm not going to adopt the language itself, if that makes sense. So you'll see Bangladeshi writing, just not Bangladeshi language. So I can write hello in English right now, and I would put it in Bengali writing. Like the word hello, not in our language, just in the lettering system. Okay, I'll look for the letter H, look at the E, find the L's, find the O, and you'll see in Bengali writing. So, so that's why I chose Bengali script, straight line, and then you write, you draw the, or, well, it's considered writing, so you write the other lines that goes with it. I even came up with the names of some of the letters, because I'm American. We come up with names for a lot of things. So like, let's see. There's a heart with a tail. There's a heart with a neck. There's a heart with there's heart symbols. They look like hearts anyway. There's a flagpole. There's a signpost. I know they sound like interesting letter names, but yeah, that's what I think the letters look like. So I thought it was cool. So yeah. Oh yeah, and the reason why this is a big project is not just for me. I actually want to present this to the Queen of Nyx, and I did. So what I'm doing, and I've already told everybody I'm doing this. I'm going to start a. It'll be virtual, but it's going to be a prosopagist language school. Obviously, there's me, the teacher, of course, and I'm learning myself. Okay, it's a new language. You gotta learn yourself, and you got people to help you and learn from you. So again, it's a big project. And, if it's going to be a language, it should be used by others, right? It's not going to be the official language of the Queendom of Nyx. It's not. I'm hoping it might be the second used language. Or maybe like maybe the second dominant language, maybe, perhaps. But, I mean, that's not really the main goal. I just want people to get to use it. If people use it, they like to write in it, cool. Oh, and don't worry, it's written left to right, and it's also reading left to right as well. Not right to left or up and down. So, in case anybody's worried about that, yeah, no, you read it. You read it just like you read any other book. If you're American, um, or anywhere else that has a language that you read left to right in. But no, so that's what I'm going with the Bengali script. I've actually been doing a pretty cool job with it. Um, yeah, I've been doing a pretty good job with it. So I just got done working on the word Abby. It's still EOB, just the Bengali script makes it look different. So even the word prosopagist is uh it's in Bengali script now, the word itself. So and I have created the page of the language school, and obviously until the language itself gets a little bit more dominant, maybe if we start getting like students in and whatever. um ooh, I just had an idea. That is a good idea. I have not thought about that. Bet. Okay, so no, I just had a thought, but it's okay. You'll see what it is later. Maybe you can find it on Patreon. So um no, so yeah, on that page in our website, specifically on that page, not everywhere else, but specifically on that page, I will have the Prusakabas language said everywhere on there. I mean, there'll be English, obviously, but I'm gonna put the Prusakabas language in there, everywhere else in there too. Okay, like if I have to make one whole section English and another section in Prusakabas, then so be it. I will happily do that. I will happily write in Bengali script. But no, Bengali script. I'm fascinated about it, and obviously I'm researching about the script itself. Um, turns out it is a descendant language to Egyptian hieroglyphs. Who knew? So, and the Phoenicians, which are Greek. They are Greek. They're a type of Greek, but they're Greeks. So it's also a descendant of the Phoenician language as well. So it's like, oh well, there you go. We got it good now. We got it good. So, now I'm not saying I'm adapting those old languages in there. No, those are way too no longer used. Like Old Prussian is not even. Well, actually, it might be, but I actually don't know that. But Old Prussian is not as old as those. So, as far as I'm aware. So, no. Um, but no, had another thought previously about adding Greek into the language. But I have to look up the parenting of those areas, right? Because in the research on humans coming from the Greeks after the Great Flood, the Great Flood had it happen in Greek mythology too. Okay, because the world kind of had the flood kind of happened all over the world, not just Noah. So that's why every single religion talks about it. So, but no, um, yeah, I'm gonna go look up the migration patterns again. Because I discovered that when after the Great Flood, the original man and woman after the flood start making more, babies, and one of the sons was the progenitor of all the Greeks and all the Europeans in general, and not just Europeans. The Turks, some of the modern day, not modern day, but some of the Egyptians, Turks from Turkey, even some Persians, original Persians, Middle Easterners, Greeks, Romans. Actually, Romans actually came out of the Greeks, so Romans are relatively new to the Greek people. So, um, the Slavs or Slavics. Um, there was another word for like the people going up north towards Sweden, Norway, and Finland. I forgot what those were called, but I think those people might be the people I should look into because they go straight into the direction of the Baltics. You have to go through the Baltics first before you reach Sweden, Norway, and Finland. So, and there was already of evidence of some Vikings meeting with old Prussians at one point. So, there we go. So there you go. We might have a thing going there. So, but if that is the case, I'm going to see if it looks historically appropriate to add Greek as an additional language into Prosopagos language. Obviously, I'm going to make sure it will not be the dominant language, just like the other languages that are already existing and used today. The goal of the project is to make sure that Old Prussian and Prosopagos are the only two languages in that entire Prosopagos language are dominant. Okay? Now, Old Prussian and Prosopagos can overlap each other all they want. As long as those two are the dominant, it don't matter to me. So, and let's say if the Belarusian language reaches like, because I have a pie graph too for every word I'm using. So like I've in my pie graph, whatever words I have so far in my Prosopagos dictionary, right? If I count all the words I have, I put them in my pie graph, and I put on the pie graph which word is in what language. Okay, so Old Prussian, Belarusian, Latvian, Lithuanian, Polish, Prosopagos, right? I put them all there, and it'll show me how much of a percentage each language is in that dictionary. So, and I don't think I finished in the Old Prussian dictionary entirely as of yet. I don't think I did. Oh, excuse me. Hmm. I don't think I did, but if if I do get done with that, and this is where I begin to start making up words, um, that there's a 25% threshold, meaning if like say the spinning wheel keeps on landing on putting Belarusian words into the language, and it gets to the point where it's hitting 25% of the total, like 25% of the total words in the dictionary, I know I stop using that language until it's no longer 25%. Because the goal is to make sure that Prosopagos and Old Prussian are the only two dominant languages. So, but the dictionary has to be done, and the dictionary's huge because there's so many words. So, oh, excuse me again. Yeah, because there's so many words. So, right now I am currently writing the entire alphabet of the Bengali script, which is actually quite interesting because it's actually a lot longer than ours. So, because of pronunciations, vowels, and connotations, coronation, something like that, connotation, something like that. So that's gonna be fun. Yeah, and they're not like characters either. They are letters. They are letters, and I guess you could consider some of them a character, like the word Kai, for example. It's not a word; it's a letter. There's a letter called Kai. But I guess because of it being technically three letters, you could say that it's a character if you write it in that manner. So yeah, so it is currently 11:05 p.m. on the East Coast. And I think I've said all my updates for today on this Thursday night. Trying to think of what else we've done so far. Oh, excuse me, other than working. Um, I can't think of anything. I don't think of what else we've done. Well, I guess I could say this. In the Multinational Association of the Americas, is an organization that the Queendom of Nyx founded, and it has a bunch of members in it, um, or member nations. Um, I've been pushing a resolution to uh, force members to become observer status um, until they actually show activity in organization again. But I'm giving them a 3-month grace period. Assuming it passes, I'm giving them a 3-month grace period. And so, starting in January or whatever, assuming it passed, then in January, that's when we'll start looking at the member list and deciding automatically who's going to end up becoming observer. And as the current chairman of the General Assembly, I'll be the one to enforce that. So, because there's no like decision from the General Assembly on that matter, because it's technically an emergency because it's starting to look like the micronational community, according to one of the nations that I've talked to. Looks like the micronational community is dying. It's starting to dwindle, and it's because of U.S. politics. U.S. politics has gotten into people's minds so much that making a nation is more of a hobby and something for kids and very bored young adults to do. So, I'm not saying all micronations are like that. I have plenty of examples of micronations that are absolutely awesome. Some of them don't even use the word micronation because of the micronational community being very toxic. Like us, the Queendom of Nyx do not use the micronation as a term. We don't consider ourselves a micronation. We consider ourselves a microstate. That is what we consider ourselves because we want to be real, just like the real microstates. So, um, so that's what we've been hearing. So hopefully that's not the case for some of the people we know, because there are nations out there that are actually trying their best to be an actual self-sustaining community, and I like that. I admire that, and I want to help them in some way, shape, or form that I can. But I gotta take care of my own people first. So, um, yeah. So I've been pushing for a resolution to force members to be observer status, or at least the ones that have not been active for a while. I think it was like what, 3 months, 2 months, 1 month. I think it's 3. I think it's 3 months. So, because I did say 3-month grace period. So, that yeah, it's 3 months then. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So, 3 months. Everybody's got 3 months to be active, talk, say hi, propose something. If they don't, then they're observer status. And this also means that the Convention of States proposal in the General Assembly, um, if you have casted your vote previously, before you became observer status on a Convention of States proposal, and by the way, this is not associated with the Convention of States project movement that is going on in the United States, not affiliated. It's our own little Convention of States. Okay. Um, so, yeah, if you casted your vote in the Convention of States proposal, if you have done that, you will lose your vote on it. As in, we will take your vote. Like, say you already vote yes like a year ago on it or whatever, but now you're observer, you've been inactive, and according to resolution, I have to take your vote away from that resolution. Why? It's like, well, okay, so if it's a resolution that has not passed yet, because the specific Convention of States proposals has to have a 67% vote. I'm pretty sure. I think it has to have a 67% vote. So if it's not 67%, it just stays there until it is somehow concluded. Okay, so we have a bunch of COS resolutions that haven't been touched in a long time because they have not been concluded yet. And we want to, so we're going to fix that. Me and a couple of other nations are going to fix that by proposing this resolution and forcing members to become observers. And when they do become observers, then their votes will be taken away from previously voted Convention of States proposals. So that means the voting threshold will be a lot lower to worry about. So this will also give us a chance to kick out inactive members too and all that stuff, stuff like that. And we've been trying to make a brand new charter too, but no one is voting on I mean, they have voted, but there's not enough votes to get it passed because of the inactivity. So we have to pass this resolution. We were stuck in a very big deadlock, and we done it to ourselves. So we're trying to fix it so we can get things done. The Union State Organization is slow but functioning. We're trying our best to get that active as good as possible. And yeah. So those are the updates of those two organizations. I made a new foreign policy with the Queen. If a nation has not talked to us in... Now, they're the ones with the grace period. Okay. If they do not... They have 3 months to talk to us. Technically 4. But they have 4 months to talk to us. 3 months is the grace period. And then 1 month after that, that's when we start looking into... ditching you. So, and there's a catch to it. If you're not a signer of the Neutral Accords, a member of the Multinational Association of the Americas, or the Union State Organization, or the, Global Micronational Union, there's that organization that we're part of too. I don't know how that's going, honestly. I think that one's just a yet another micronational organization. So, good intentions, but there's not enough backing into it. And besides, I've been helping organizations way too much, and I need to work on my community more. So, that's what I've been doing. That's what I'm trying to do. So, not really into that anymore. But I do believe the MAA and the USO are the two best organizations, not because I founded them, but it's because I believe it will actually help other micronations. Or actual micronations that want to be self-sustaining communities that actually wants to provide and, be successful, be functioning, be prosperous, and active, and all that stuff. Not just on a computer screen, but physically in the real world. So So, but yeah, so. If anybody has any questions, just ask me anything, ask the Prime Minister anything. So if you have any questions, please comment. Make sure you click that like button too. Click the like button. If you like me, click the like button. If you don't like me, click the like button anyway. Okay? Yeah, click it anyway. Okay? Click it as a form of not liking me. Okay? Click it as a disagreement. Click that like button. It will help me out a lot. It will help me get with Mr. Al Gore Rhythm. Okay? Mr. Al Gore Rhythm will like me very much if you help me out with that. Make sure you leave a comment. Like, if you don't want to ask me a question, just say hi. I will take highs. Hellos, hi, hola, aloha. Do anything. Say hi on it. Okay? Or say goodbye on it. It's like, bye. Okay? You know, write anything you want in the comments. I'm not taking any comments. You comment, I will take it. I will look at it. Okay? If it's a question, I'll answer. If it's a statement, I'll say something about it. I'll take any. Okay? So. Alrighty. Well, it is already 11:15 p.m. on the East Coast. And you know, it's an AMA, and you know, it's our fourth live stream, you know, and we're not a big channel. We understand that. So, and it's late at night, and I apologize for coming late at night. I'll do my best somehow to come earlier in the day. But hey, just because the live stream ends tonight does not mean you cannot go back and watch my video again talking about this stuff. Because if you like it, you should go back to it and press that like button and leave a comment, and I will look for it and I will find it and I will answer it. Okay? And make sure you share it. Share it everywhere. Share it on your Facebook. Share it on your Twitter. Share it on your Instagram. Share it on whatever you use. Share it. Show us off. If you like us that much, share it off. Okay? And if you want to give us money, if you want to donate us money, because you believe that this community is worth making and want to help us out a lot, go on Patreon. It's in the description. Go on Patreon. Alright? And become a Limos tier or a Chaos tier patron member. You do either one of those, I'd be happy. Okay? Limos tier, Chaos tier, I will take either or. Alright? You know, Chaos is the dad of, in case someone doesn't know the family tree, which I will be showing that. I am making the tree. It's gonna take a minute. Okay? Because it's already complicated with all the incest and all that stuff. So it's already complicated enough. Okay? There's a lot of lines I gotta make. Okay? Especially when Zeus is all over the place. So that's another issue. I'm not making the whole Greek mythology tree. I'm just making the ones that are specifically towards Nyx and like that one cousin branch. That's the goal right now. Okay? So, but there's still a lot of that. Alright? So, and we came up with the idea to have Queen Breckenridge be the mythological descendant of the goddess Nyx. See these quotation marks? Mythological. As in, not enough evidence to support it. Okay? So, because even in that tree right now, we've been mixing up a lot of stuff. Okay? We haven't gotten to the point of making up people, but we got to the point where we switched gods around on who gave birth to who got with who, all that stuff. So we definitely done that. But anyway, the Chaos tier. Who's Chaos? Chaos is the dad of Nyx. Chaos is who created Nyx and Erebus. So, and then who's Limos? Limos is Nyx's grandchild through her daughter Eris, the goddess of strife and discord. So, hey, and also if you have Discord, we have a Discord server too. So if you think we should put a link in our description to show you the Discord link, I'm happy to do that. Alright, and I want you guys to tell me that, okay? I might do it anyway, but I want you guys to tell me that. I want you guys to tell me, hey, put your Discord link in the server so we can join in. It's like, alright, I'll do that. So, no, you do that, I'll happily do it. But, yeah, so that's what Lemos is. Lemos is Nyx's grandchild. It is a boy, I believe. I'm pretty sure me and the AI, after doing a lot of analysis and research, um, Lemos is a guy. I'm pretty sure we decided that. Not that it matters. It's a god. I mean, it couldn't even have a gender if it wanted to, or maybe it did, maybe it didn't. Usually, mythological gods have genders, so and for the sake of the family tree, we kind of needed to know what gender it was. So that was the whole point of the gender thing. But so Lemos is the grandson of Nyx, so through Eris. So yeah, Eris out of all the children, only like two of them, no three, only no three, no four, yeah, four children. So four out of 15 children, yeah, 4 out of 15 of Nyx's children, um, had children of their own, and that is Aether, Hammer, and Hemera, both brother and sister, and you know where it goes from there. Those two had a child, and that child got with a primordial being that was not originally a primordial being, but it is now. Excuse me. And yeah, and then that tree goes on from there. And then you got Nemesis. Nemesis has actually been all over the place in my research. Because apparently Tartarus and Nemesis got together. Zeus kind of did unconsensual things to Nemesis, and Nemesis, in my research, was one of the two supposed uh options on who was the mother of Helen of Troy that laid the two golden eggs that gave birth to the Gemini twins and whatever the other woman is, I forgot her name. I can't pronounce her name right now. And Helen of Troy. So Nemesis, and then Eris. Yep, and then Eris. So is that four? No, that's right because I included Hemera. That's right. Yeah, yeah. So that's four children having children of their own. Yes. Yep. As far as I'm aware, I don't think another child has a kid. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure we reached all the children. Um, but yeah, no, it's actually quite interesting. The tree itself is already interesting. I've actually gotten to the point. I've gone so far down the tree that I'm now at humans. That's how far down in the tree I am. I'm at humans now. Okay, I'm no longer in the Olympians, the Titans, or the Primordials. I'm in humans now. So, but that's on my phone, on the app that I'm using, and I need to draw it. And I haven't gotten that far yet in drawing it. So, looks like my nose getting stuffy today. I might have to light a candle or something. Um, now I just thought that was interesting. I can't wait to make more themes like that. We are still doing art contests to see who could draw a portrait or a landscape of the Greek gods in the family tree. I will put these Greek gods in the website. I meant to do that and I haven't did it. So, um, I might do that. Hmm, might do that in the public rec. What's a good spot for it? Maybe just art. Oh, excuse me. Maybe I'll make an art page or something on the website, or maybe a theme, cultural page, something like that. Some kind of thing like that on the website. I'll do that, and then I'll add Um, I'll add all the gods on there, and then you know, you can look at the gods yourselves, and then you can then you can decide, you know, how to draw or paint, and then join the contest. The contest will be fun. Um, you know, and then the reward is that your drawing will be shown everywhere in the Queendom of Nyx. You know, as the #1 drawing for whatever god you were drawing, whether it's a portrait, a landscape, or whatever the other categories are. Um, yep. So let's see. Oh, okay. I just got a. Well, it's not really a comment on YouTube, but it says, according to one of my uh followers here, not followers, commenters, subscribers. Yeah, there we go, subscribers. According to one of my subscribers here, it says that he does not have the option to comment on the YouTube video. I wonder why that is. Well, that shouldn't be the case. That should not be the case at all. I don't know why that would be a thing. Hold on, let me see if I can. Uh, huh. I don't know. For some reason, I was told that no one has the option to comment. Huh. Well, that's weird. Okay. Well, that'll be something I'll look into after I get off the stream here then. Huh. That's weird. I was able to comment on it just fine, but I guess it's just because of my channel, I guess. Okay. Well. Alrighty, well, I shouldn't hold y'all for too long. It's already 11:26 now, so I should head to bed myself. Excuse me for a second. Hold on, where's the mute button? Here it is. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Nope, ain't working. Actually, here we go. Okay, there we go. Hopefully y'all didn't hear that. I was trying to cough whatever I got going in my mouth. It's the weather change, I guess. But yeah, so no, I won't hold you up anymore. Yeah, so here I'll call you out as a commenter. Um, let's see, Thomas Harris, the I forgot his name, like Arch something. I forgot his title already. I feel bad. He's the Arch something of the Kingdom of Dubast. He says, "Good show tonight. It's not giving me the option to comment on your video." Thank you for your Thank you for your unofficial comment, Thomas. I will figure out what's going on with that. I don't know what it is. It could be me. It could be just YouTube in general, but we'll see. I will look into that. So thank you for the unofficial comment. Hopefully after the live stream, Thomas, if you're still watching, when the live stream ends, go back to it and then comment on it then, and then when I discover it, I'll come back and I'll answer questions or comment about whatever you want to comment about. So happy to do that. Send me a text because I know you got me on Messenger. Send me a text if you saw what I just said. So, and if you got it. So, all right. Well, y'all have a wonderful Thursday night. I will see you all next time I'm on live stream, which will be next week. So I know usually I've been doing it on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, but I've been busy, so I'm doing it now on a Thursday, getting it out of the way. Not that this is boring. I love doing this. Love showing it off. Hopefully in the future I get to show off a lot more stuff than just being inside my room and showing you small things that we've been doing. So I will show y'all the smelter live. Hopefully I'll be showing y'all, like, well, I mean, we can't grow anything right now, so hopefully in the future we'll have a good garden growing. Um, all that good stuff. So, yeah. So, a lot of fun things. So, if you want to get on our website, go on www.queendomofnyx.com. And the button for our Patreon's on there, too. So, just go on our website and find the Patreon button at the bottom and just click it. We have a locals, too, if you want to look in our locals. We got a Twitter. We got a Facebook. We got everything. So, please support us on Patreon if you like us. For if you want to be in the Limos tier to help with our hunger and famine for patron members and patron support dollars to help the community out. Um, you know, it's only $1.50 a month. Just go on that, subscribe, and give us $1.50 a month. Or if you actually think this community is the best idea on the planet, do the chaos tier and get us $7.40 a month if you think it's worth it. Or you can start out at $1.50 a month and then be like, huh, this community's actually made a change. They're not bullshitting around. I think I'm gonna invest more into it. And then there you go, switch to the chaos tier. So, alright, I don't want to hold y'all up. I'm gonna go to bed now. I am extremely tired. Clearly, my body is reacting in a way where it should be going to sleep. So, I hope you have a wonderful Thursday. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. All that groovy YouTube stuff that you should do to help me spread the awareness of the Queendom of Nyx. And I will see you all very soon.